Hello everyone, good morning. This is Sriram here. We have Niti from Dubai. What she did recently. She made a great achievement. She cleared Agile Certified Practitioner, that is ACP certificate recently. So she's an Agile leader now. She's saying that, man, I'm so reflex, I'm with agility, I can do like this. Huh? That's how Niti is saying there. So congratulations from ShriLearning and team for her great success. We'll bring up her certificate. Here it goes. So she's a RPA consultant and she's doing a good job into the industry. And of course, agility will help in any industry. And specifically now we see agile has been in great demand. So congratulations, Niti, for this great achievement. And we'd be so much happy to hear from you. What made you to come to agile and how this happened?
Right. Thank you, Sriram. Actually, a lot of credit goes to you, to be honest with you. Yeah, and how it all started off is so we were in this COVID situation, right? And there was a lot of negativity around, and that's when I had made a resolution in 2020, not the beginning of 2020, but when this COVID stuck, I made this resolution that this year, regardless if there is COVID or no COVID, but I want to remember this year for good things. So I want to remember it for the achievements that I would be making this in 2020. So that's how I got motivated, and I was looking forward to upskilling myself. And that's when I decided that I'll do something in this, but I wasn't sure. And
Okay.
that's when I was introduced to you, and I spoke to you, and you had guided me through this, and you told me that this is the right thing to do. And given my experience, and we've had that conversation in the past, and that's how I started off my journey. And it was a great journey. It was excellent, to be honest with you. Yeah. So yeah, that's my little story. How did it all begin?
Great, Nidhi. That's really know that. And what is your current role? What you're playing there?
Right. So I'm currently working as an RPA consultant. So in the space of robotics process automation.
Oh,
And so what we do is we automate the redundant tasks that people generally take, and we help customers build their center of excellence for to be self-sufficient, to be able to automate processes all by themselves. So yeah, that's typically my space at the moment.
perfect. So you are that scientist person who.
No, not a scientist at all. Not a scientist at all. It might just sound like one because we talk about robotics and
Yeah.
everything. Not that I'm undermining it. It's got, in terms of technology, it's got huge potential. It's great as a technology, but I'm not a scientist.
Even though we hear robotics for a while, but still somebody talks about that, it gets wow. This person should be a range person, huh?
No, but these are a little different robots. These are software robots. These are not those physical robots, because generally when we say robotics, it just sounds as if there's a physical robot, but this one is a software robot. Yeah.
Got it. So how agility is being looked at in organization, like place like Dubai?
Right. So I think, okay, so yeah, it's a little different here because organizations have started realizing the importance of being agile, and more so recently, I've been seeing a lot of opportunities being floated on LinkedIn and other platforms which expect people to have at least agile certification. So earlier, I think in the year 2017 or something, when I came here, I didn't quite see many opportunities, but recently, ever since 2020, early 2020s, I've started seeing a shift there. And I could see that there are a lot of opportunities wherein they ask that if you are safe or agile certified. So yeah, I think they are picking up, and Middle East as a region itself is adapting to this mindset. As I see it. So
Nice.
yeah, so let's see how that turns out to be.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's not only Middle East. I'm seeing many countries started picking up agile as part of their program in any industry. That's how it's happening. Very good. Super.
Yeah.
So, how was your preparation? In the sense, many has an assumption that agile will be a very easy go. Yeah, actually, learning is very easy, but when it comes to practicing it, it has some effort, right?
Right.
That is there.
Right.
of that, when you say PMI has a standard. Okay. So talk about how the exam things, how it went on.
Right. So this is probably the most important or an exam that I will always remember for multiple reasons. I'll tell you. So in terms of preparation, I'd started off taking classes with you, and then you had guided us with a couple of books, and I was referring all those books. I would refer to my Griffiths, and I've also referred to PMI's Agile ACP guide. So
Right.
that I had referred to, and but what had happened, and I was taking my regular tests with
Uh,
you, and I was taking tests on prepcast and all of that. But what had happened is last week, just before my exam, I'd fallen sick. So I was terribly sick,
oh,
terribly sick. So I didn't know that if I should move my exam or should I just continue, what should I do? And then I was like, if I'll move it, then I would lose whatever I'd learned until now, because even a week's gap would mean that I would have forgotten a number of things. So I
right.
thought I'll continue it, no problem. I'll anyways give it. But yeah, the day on the test day, I was extremely sick, terribly sick, and but then yeah, but it went fine. I took medication in the morning, and then I sat for the exam. Luckily, we've got online proctored exams these days, so at least we've got the comfort of sitting at home and giving those exams. So that's good. So I finally gave it, and which is why I tell everybody that this is perhaps the exam that I will always remember in my life, that how did I how did I give it. But yeah, what I had felt is especially with the ACP exam, uh, is that I thought that it would be easy, but it's not easy. We need to prepare. It is very important for us to prepare. I know we always compare PMP and ACP, but I think we cannot undermine that ACP is also picking up quite quite fast, I think. Yeah.
So many
So
people ask comparison.
mm,
Coming from CSM, Scrum certified.
yeah,
That will be I don't even call that exam as an elementary school ABCD. And they come to this ACP, they feel okay, another exam will write it, but ACP will bounce you because PMI, the standard of question will be pretty high, where you have to
absolutely.
prepare well. Okay, so you felt the toughness in the exam hall or while preparation itself, you felt the toughness.
Yeah, so I'll tell you, I was quite, how do we say, persistent in my preparation, Sriram. So every day I had like an hour or two decided that I will spend that hour or two. And I think which is what actually helped me in that last week, because I had already gone through it and I knew, and I managed to give the test even in the conditions that I was in. But yeah, so I was quite persistent in that. So that kind of helped. But in the exam, uh, the one, because I was a little sick, but also there were many questions that I thought that I'd never seen anything like that before. Even if I had given some 6 7 or tests in the past when I was preparing, and I think I did tell you that i I actually felt prepcast exams were slightly easier than what I faced on my final
Oh,
exam. Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, maybe it could also be because I was a little sick and it took me a while to understand and interpret. But
You're
the
right.
questions,
You're right, Niti. Even I spoke to two more candidates who cleared ACP. They felt it the level is a little higher than before. They
yeah.
raised it. Do you mean when you say level high, are they putting scenario-based questions or are they drilling a little bit deep? What kind of makes you feel this stuff?
So I actually had most of them were scenario based questions, and but I'll tell you, Sriram, what is even the options that you get are so similar. So unless you remember and unless you could recollect that
Uh,
this is the right option and this, because there were many questions wherein I thought both of them are quite similar and both of them quite made sense to me. One was related to, let's say, principles, and the other one was related to manifesto. Let's say, I'm sorry, I'm being a little
no problem.
technical, but yeah, but then to choose that which one to pick was kind of yeah, tricky, if you know what I mean.
Right.
So
I get your point. Okay. Okay. So that's tricky. Good. So one thing I would appreciate is your willpower. Huh? irrespective of your health condition, you are able to get back. And usually people tend to cancel it or postpone it, but you made a decision. I have to make it. But give me something. Is this a family push somewhere behind the screen?
Uh, I
You have a
there's a family support, I would say.
yeah,
In terms of push, I'd rather say that I'm a little, not that, I mean, whatever due credit goes to my family goes to my family, because unless they are there, I'll not be able to do this.
right.
But I'm a little self-driven in that sense that I, even my husband used to tell me that I think you should postpone your exam because you are extremely, and he saw, and I was in the hospital, I was doing my checkups and all of that. And he told me and he advised me that I think you should just postpone your exam. Don't take that burden. And I was like, no, I have to do it. And I can't. And I think that's kind of helped me to recover even faster, because I was like, I don't have time to fall sick. So I have to get going. So yeah.
Nice. That's nice. That's a good agile project. So, who else in your family have a PMI?
Oh yeah, my husband does, and he has done it with you, and he's PMI PMP certified.
I've
And
been
in
to,
fact,
I've
sorry.
been at the same place. I took interview with him, but it was a night effect. Now you are in a day effect.
Yeah, so we clearly live in the same place. We clearly live in the same house. So yeah, so he's done his PMP with you, and that's how I actually got introduced to you. So yeah, because he was all he said all good things about you, and I was delighted, and I wanted to speak to you, and yeah, that's how it all started.
Nice to know. Really good to know that trust is really high. At the same time, efforts are very high because I know people also put a lot of effort there to make it happen, and that same comes to you as well. Very good, great. So now, if you want to give some idea for people preparing for this exam ACP, what will be your idea where to start and how much of time it will take on average?
Okay, so I can probably talk about how I did it. And I took exactly 23 days, even if I had taken classes a little earlier with you. But because my husband was doing PMP, I had no time to, yeah, I thought I'll let him do it first. And then I actually started off my preparation on 26th of December. And I gave my test on 23rd of January. So around, yeah, 25, 26 days I took. And I'd gone through the books that you had recommended, and My Griffith is an amazing book. But I
Right.
would also suggest to just skim through, and you had also suggested to just skim through the ACP PMI guide.
Practice day.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
because there are certain terminologies that are not more so from a concept perspective, but more so from terminology perspective, that you might just come across in your exam, which are available in ACP guide and is not available in My Griffiths. So for example, things like broken comb, it's not available in My Griffith, but it's there in ACP, and you might just come across those terminologies on the exam. So I
Makes sense.
would I would suggest to skim through that ACP guide also. At least the abbreviations at the end, those would kind of give an understanding that this terminology, if this pops up, it means this.
Mhm.
So that's the one. And then I took all your lessons and the classes that we had recorded. I'd probably heard them. I don't know. I can't remember. Every single day I'd just play, and then it would keep running, and then I'll keep taking my notes and all of that stuff.
Great.
And then I had taken the prepcast also. I know we've got a number of questions available and a number of tests available, but I did take prepcast just for me to understand that how does it look like in the final exam. It was helpful. It helped me to at least analyze my questions. So I could analyze my questions quite well. So that was good. And I would suggest that analysis is important. And I think my husband has also said that in his call with you. So analysis would be the key. And I was actually fretting, and you know this, Sriram. I had also texted you from my prepcast that I am able to score as much, but I'm not doing well in this section. But yeah, all I would say is don't fret, and just stick there. You'll get there. That's not a problem. I mean, just have faith. You will get there. Yeah.
Exactly.
So analysis is important. So that's
Okay.
pretty much it.
That sounds a very pretty decent plan, what you said. And a quick thing I understood is read the book well and go through the Agile practice guide, at least read the terminologies there and do proper analysis of the question. Either it is a right question or a wrong answer. Do the analysis because we need to understand what is a question actually looking deep inside. Right, that's very important. I used to tell most of the time, whenever you see a question in Agile, try to see is it mapped with any of the 12 principles of Agile. One or other way, if it is mapped, your answers will be a little closer. I won't tell perfect, but little closer. Beyond that, your instinct will answer. Right, that's a main thing in the exam hall. Okay, that's really good. Super, Mridhi. Thanks a lot, and I really appreciate coming out. I know you should have your office work today, and out of that, you came back to give us the feedback because feedback is very important for the people who preparing. See, many don't know first of all what is agile from different industry. Even they know how to read, which certificate to go. These all confusions are there. So people like scientists like you, robotic scientists, who is picking up adds a lot of value. Great, great. So for this, you have to make any special food habits to prepare for the
No, I was just taking a walk every single day. That's the only thing I did. But other than that, nothing.
for the writing habits. Do you do that? Anything?
Yeah, I write a lot. If you see my books, and actually I had taken printout of a book, and I've written every single thing. All my notes are on the same book, scribbled on the sides. So yeah, I write a lot. So that kind of helps me. Yeah.
Yeah, I keep insisting people write it. The more you write, the better you get connected. It's very, very important. Great, super to know. And talk something about special in Dubai. What is special in Dubai?
What's special in Dubai? Everything. Everything is special about Dubai. Dubai is
What is the special food you like there?
in Dubai.
Mhm.
I'll tell you what, Srinam. Dubai is India away from India, so it's an organized India, I would say, and an India that I would like to see in near future. So there's no dearth of Indian food here. I love Indian food here. I just love it. So, and I'm a vegetarian, so that's kind of a little. Yeah, I don't eat non-vegetarian, which is real authentic food of this region. But yeah, I love Indian food here, and it's great. It's
Okay,
great.
so you have a lot of restaurants, India-based, and you're getting good AME food there. Okay,
Oh yeah,
that's good.
absolutely.
How about amusement park? I think they have bigger one, right? There.
Oh wow, yeah, they have a number of them. A number of them. I mean, we can probably do a session on that. They've got a number of them, and they've got a lot of attractions here,
That's
especially for tourists. It's quite a nice place to visit, I think. And
yeah.
for me, I came here because I got married, and my husband was based out in Dubai, and that's how I came here.
Oh,
But
how long
but
did you go to Dubai now?
oh, it's been 4 years now that I've been here.
You
So
should know in and out in your area at least.
yeah, absolutely. So if you're planning to come over, just drop us a text and we'll be more than happy to host you.
Let's just take art because Dubai is a good place now. It has become a tourist hub as well. People make a short trip from India there and shell out all the money, come with empty pocket. So that's
Yeah, but it's quite nice. Yeah, and these days it's quite bright and sunny, and in the sense that also the temperature is not too high. It's decent temperature, 20 degrees, which is quite good. So it's
good.
nice.
So that's good. Even it's very warm. Dubai, I think they have good air conditioning system in every place. So
Yeah,
you
absolutely,
feel it the difference. So that's amazing.
absolutely.
Great, super. Good to know. Good to know you're in a good place with a good learning and good hubby who also at the PMI same world. So you both speak the same language at least, right?
Yeah.
They should understand, right? Somebody has to understand at home what it means by PMI because career going forward, PMI based or this kind of certifications will boost our career really well. We may not know that, but we put a seed today. It will grow up a big tree in long run. So that's how it works. Super. Thanks a lot, Niti. Have a great life
Oh,
and keep.
sorry, Sriram. Just before we go, I
Yeah.
want to personally thank you. And I know I have texted you already, but this is important because now that we are talking, I personally want to thank you, because you're not just a good teacher, and I'm not saying it for the heck of saying it. I really mean it. You're not just a good teacher, but you're also extremely motivational, and I don't think I could have got it any better way. It was great talking to you, and it was great coming in contact with you. I am highly grateful. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Thanks for giving back. And again, you deserve all this great success. Guys,
Thank you.
it's easy to give advice. It's not a big deal. Anybody can give like me, but somebody has to take it, right? That's very important. So, I would like to thank you for doing that. And life started with a great growth here. I've seen many people who cleared any certification PMI, they started growing drastically because the discipline is set inside, not the certificate. Certificate is only a paper. The discipline is set inside.
Yeah,
Now you know how to crack. One by one, you start cracking. So
correct.
that's how it
Correct.
happens. Good wishes. Keep rocking. Be a top.
Thank you, Sriram. Thank you. Bye-bye.